Sampono baya baya kwa. Sana maya miachone ya power. I was a man baba. Made a chana bacha nazo unkawada. Iti when you yam ya. One I am ya. Why be a man? You man. We man.
It's 11 days to the 2020 general elections in Ghana. Hello and welcome to Joe News at 6 with me, Bernice Abubeidu-Lansa.
I pray that the youth of today will be smart, will be intelligent, and will be wise enough to say no to violence.
The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hit 103.9 FM in Accra. Also on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi. Affiliates across Ghana, including Jubilee Radio in Keta and worldwide at myjoyonline.com. Coming up, under-resourced Office of Administrator General races against time to retrieve handover notes from several MMDAs just 11 days to the elections.
We have a few that I was here to comply. I'm requesting 6 hard copies and 6 soft copies.
And government and opposition National Democratic Congress clash over double-track system under the Free Senior High School program as Deputy Education Minister argues cancellation of the policy will spell disaster.
Why do we have the double-track system? The disadvantaged students who did not do on the BC are the ones who will be on the street.
There's more on that. National political parties debate on education by the University of Development Studies.
And in business, State Interest and Governance Authority calls for calm at Valco as government seeks capital investment into the company.
And door-to-door flashpoint sensitization. That's the strategy adopted by Ejura Traditional Council and Youth to avoid electoral violence. We are in the Ejura Setrodumasi constituency for our series, Safety for My Vote.
It's being organized by the youth. You don't expect that I will carry a machete or a stone. It is the youth who are going to be organized. They should stay calm, exercise their responsibilities, but please, devoid of violence.
Thanks for your company. This is your election headquarters in association with Petrosol, a delightful experience. Now, the Office of Administrator General is racing against time to retrieve handover notes from various ministries and government agencies to facilitate a smooth transition after this year's elections. The office, established under the Presidential Transitions Act 2012 Act 845, is mandated to take delivery of handover notes from the presidency, ministries, departments and agencies to keep an inventory of all public assets as executive power moves from one government to the other. Joy News checks reveal this requirement, expected to be satisfied 30 days before Election Day, is yet to be done in full. There's more in the following report.
The Administrator General's office, having been vacant since November 2019, when its last substantive head retired, has had to deal with operational constraints, including a lean staff who are forced to manage the 2 roadworthy vehicles from a fleet of only 4. In the midst of all these, the office is mandated to deliver on the arduous task of facilitating a smooth transition from one government to the other. After 2 successful sessions in 2012 and 2016, this year's process began in February with calls to various MMDAs to present their handover notes at least a month to the general election. Director of Administration at the Office of the Administrator General, Achulo Yakubu, says not all affected government agencies have complied.
And we have a few that I was here to comply. I'm just saying that we are encouraging them to be fully. We are requesting 6 hard copies and 6 soft copies. It will be a huge indictment on any minister or minister who will fail to comply.
That was a News Desk report. Now, government and opposition National Democratic Congress locked horns over the controversial double-track system at the maiden 2020 National Political Parties debate on education by the University of Development Studies. The flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, has promised to abolish the double-track system when voted into power. But Deputy Education Minister Dr. Yawe Duchum says such a move will collapse the free senior high school program.
And their focus is to make sure that whether they are boys or girls, northern or southern Ghana, we make sure these students are integrated into our school system. But you cannot do all this when you don't look at opportunity that you provide to really make to school. So when I hear my friend talking about double track will be eliminated, that is a recipe for disaster. Because what that means is that you are going to limit enrollment to senior high schools.
That's Deputy Education Minister Dr. Yawe Duchum. While the NDC's representative at the debate, former MP for Mion, Dr. Yakubu Ahmed, insists the double-track system cannot be allowed to stay for long.
Yes, I think that the Honourable Minister has got it mixed up somewhere. The people who are doing the double-track are yet to ride the WASI. The first batch of people, the first batch of free SHS had the normal system. They didn't have a double track affecting them. And so they are yet to ride WASI. What?
That's former MP for Mion, Dr. Yakubu Ahmed. Still on politics, this time on the campaign trail, we touch base with the two main candidates in the race, John Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. My colleague Maxwell Agbagba has been touring parts of the country with the NDC's presidential candidate, John Mahama, and joins us. Hello, Maxwell. What can you report from the camp of the NDC?
Well, Ben, no sleep for the NDC campaign team. The presidential candidate climbs his tour of the Upper East region with a rally on Wednesday at 4:30 a.m. in the Talensi district. His tour of the Northeast region started 6 hours later. He spent the night visiting very hard-to-reach areas in the Yakba Kubori constituency. He also visited the Nalrigu Gambaga constituency and others overnight. Key among the things he talked about: a new regional hospital for the Northeast region, a university campus for the region, a sports stadium for all regions without one, and a national apprenticeship program to cater for Kayi. He ended his tour of the Northeast region around 3 a.m. today and arrived in Tamale about 45 minutes ago. He will begin his tour of the northern region at 10 a.m. today.
Maxwell Agbagba there. Now to presidential correspondent Elton Brobe. Elton, can you share with us what the president has been up to and what his itinerary for the day will be?
Yes, Bennett, and he concluded the phase one of the Greater Accra tour yesterday with a rally at the Ayawaso West Wogon constituency, and later launched a short code for continuous contribution towards the construction of the National Cathedral. As we speak, we are getting ready to embark on the tour of the Central Region, starting from Budumburam and then later to the other parts of the region. Then spend the next 3 days in the Central Region.
Presidential correspondent Elton Brobe there. Stay with us. This is your election headquarters, and we'll bring you all you need to know about this year's elections. And some youth in the Ejura Setrodumasi constituency are taking action as they speak out against exploitation by politicians who use them to create chaos during elections. Together with the traditional council headed by Nifahini Nanaose Kojo Ansibie II, they've started what they call a door-to-door flashpoint sensitization with 975 hotspots. The Ashanti region, a stronghold of the governing MPP, tops the list in the country. From the Ejura Setrodumasi constituency, Shira FM's Malika Wuku has a report for our series, Safety for My Vote.
Leader of the youth group, Abubakar Sadiq, said they are moving from door to door, involving information centers and community-based radio stations to campaign for peace. They're also feeding the police with viable information for prompt action.
We as young people are very worried whenever the name of our constituency gets in the news for bad reasons. In supporting the police, our utmost responsibility has to do with providing them with a lot of information.
Some 50 flash points have been identified in the Ejura Setrodumasi constituency in the run-up to the December 7 election. Speaking on behalf of the Traditional Council, Nana Kwajo said there have been several meetings with the police, political leaders and other stakeholders.
I'm happy it's being organized by the youth. You don't expect that I will carry a machete or a stone. It is the youth who are going to be organized. They should stay calm, exercise their responsibilities, but please, devoid of violence.
Inshira FM's Malik Awuku's reports there. Now, the NIIT Open Labs Robotic Club, Soliotech, has invented what it calls Ghana's first smart farm. Officials of the laboratory say this is a major technological innovation created to solve problems of irrigation, lighting, and intruding. NIIT Open Lab Ghana is an IT institute that trains youth from all over Africa